So this is a Trane XL80 furnace, and we had the red light blinking code of 4, which means that the high limit blew, and the high limit on this one, you have a rollout here and a rollout here. So these are, if there's a big flame that came out, something went wrong, it's going to shut everything off. So one thing you could do while you're here is just press in on this little button. This one doesn't move because it didn't blow. Same with, I think same with this one. But you can, while you're there, just press in on those. We're going to get to this black, I don't know if you can see this on camera, this black rectangle here in the back. It's against this wall. That's the main one connected to these 2 yellow wires. And we're going to see if that's the one that tripped. Usually, if that one gets really hot, it'll trip and then it'll reset after it cools down, and you'll get power again. And if your filter gets really clogged over time, that can cause that one to trip. If that happens over and over, sometimes it stays in the tripped or open position, and you won't have any power. You'll get that warning light. So if that's the case, then you just have to remove a couple of screws to get that one out and replace it. We'll put a link in the description below where you can order one of those from Amazon. But we're just going to take those 2 wires out right now and then take a look. So to give me access, I'm going to reach in from the right. It's kind of crowded here. And pull out this one wire. Get it out toward me. Right here. I'm going to pull off the next one. There are needle nose pliers on that one. I'm going to kind of wiggle that one off. Got it. Okay, we're going to pull that one out. And if we bridge these 2 together, I think we'll get the igniter working again. We'll take a look. A continuity check by putting my probes on the 2 terminals on that high limit. Should hear that if it's a good one. If it hasn't tripped. I can reach it. It's tricky to get in at this angle. Let me see if I can come in from this side. These 2 guys. You got one on there. Okay, so I got my continuity checker on the 2 terminals. No indication of continuity, so that is the one that tripped. So we're going to be replacing that one, and then we'll have heat again. So I just got to take out. Sorry about these wires being in the way. I take out a little screw here. I think it's a 1/4 inch screw, and one up here, and I can get this thing out. We're just going to hold these together to just do a test. Make sure you're not touching the brass. We're going to go ahead and put this door back on so that it activates the door switch. We'll see how it does. Okay, got power. Let's put these 2 guys together. See if we get the ignition going. I see the igniter. There we go. It's glowing. It's about 30 seconds in. We got the glow. There we got the heat. Yeah, that's it. Cool. All right, so we're just going to replace that. We got it. Cut the power. Just get those screws out and grab it now and pull it toward me. Pull it out this way. So it's about 3 inches, and then it's got this little guy at the end. So we're just going to be replacing this thing. And this is a C340056 P as in Paul, 0 B as in boy. That's the part number. And this little thing has malfunctioned. A lot of people find that if they tap this, that they then get continuity, which is cool. So it'll work again, but then it may cut out on you again. Let's see if I gave it continuity. So this is the original made by Texas Instruments, and this is again part number C as in cat 340056, P as in Paul 0, and I believe it's a B. It might be an 8 at the end. And we'll put it in the description. I'm going to put the new one back in. So I'll go in at a little bit of an angle to get that projection in there. And I'll just add those screws and then add the wires again. We got our limiter back into place, and we're just going to put these wires back on. Make sure they're nice and snug. There's one. Here's the other one. Got my wires back on, the two yellow wires. I'm going to turn the gas back on in line. Turn the power back on. I'm going to press in on the door switch. It's calling for heat. Got the light blinking. It's going to take about 30 seconds before it will activate the igniter. There's the igniter starting to glow. And then probably in another 15 seconds we should get ignition. There we go. Looks good. Nice blue flames. There's the secondary flames coming in, so we got full heat. Perfect. Another high limit you guys should check though is down near the bottom on the blower housing. Right there. Make sure you have continuity there too. I think that'll stop everything. That's if the blower overheats. Thanks so much for watching our video today. I hope that this video has saved you some time and money. And if so, could you please press down in the video description below the donation link and send us a donation so we can keep this service going. Thanks again. And if you have any questions about this repair, could you contact me at scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.